Dali let me share a whiteboard. Okay, can you see my whiteboard? Okay, so let's have the first line. Ayan. So, nakita niyo yung first line ko. Next. Ayan, second line. Dapat yung pang third line, magi-intersect siya sa pareho. Sorry, hindi ko masyado makontrol yung mouse ko, kaya ganito yung itsura niya. And then, yung pangapat na line, dapat nagi-intersect siya sa lahat. So, paano kaya yon? So, ito siya. Next. Yung panglimang line, dapat nagi-intersect siya sa lahat din. Ayun. Ilan na tayo? Ilang line na tayo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yung last, paano kaya to? Ayun. So, nag-intersect siya. Nakita nyo? So, ilan ngayon yung points na nabuo out of these intersections or these lines? Tingnan natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Tingnan natin kung tama yung sagot natin kasi hindi accurate yung drawing ko. Okay. Naintindihan nyo na yung illustration? Okay. So, let's move on. Okay. So, N stands for number of lines. Okay? So, si N. So, ibig sabihin ng 1, isang line pa lang ang drawing mo. 2, dalawang line, 3 hanggang 6. So, si P, ito yung point of intersection. P stands for point of intersection. So, ibig sabihin, pagka 1, wala ka pang intersection kasi nag-iisa pa lang yung line mo eh. Tapos, pag 2, isa pa lang yung intersection kasi dalawa pa lang sila. Okay, nagets nyo yan? Pag 3, tatlo. Okay, tingnan natin. So, si 6 daw, dapat 15 yung nakuha. Eh, yung nakuha natin is ilan? 13? Ibig sabihin kulang. So, ibig sabihin mali yung ating representation. So, paano nakuha yon? Using mathematical investigation, you don't need to draw as many lines as possible para makuha mo yung sagot. Bakit? Eh, what if 1,000 ang pinadrawing ko? Paano nyo gagawin yun? 'Di ba? What if 1,000 lines yung i-drawing nyo? Paano nyo bibilangin yung points? It is close to impossible. Siguro kung gumamit ka ng buong board, pero it's very impossible talaga. Tingnan nyo kanina medyo hindi pa accurate yung ginawa natin. So, ibig sabihin, you need to formulate or you need to look for a pattern. So, we have these patterns. Okay. So, the first pattern, using the number of lines and the number of points. Okay? So, 1 plus 0, ito si 1 ay si N, si O ay si P. 1 plus 0 equals 1. Ibig sabihin, ito yung point. So, etong 1 na to, kung nakikita ninyo, etong 1 na to, ito yung point of intersection. Ito. Next, N plus P, 2 plus 1, ito yon, is equal to 3. Ibig sabihin, 3 yung intersection. So, as we goes with the pattern, 5 plus 10, is equal to 15. So, yung previous, ang pattern natin ha, i-add mo yung previous, ang magiging sagot, yung point of intersection dun sa susunod. Nagets niyo yung pattern? So, kaya previous eh. So, 1 plus 0, ito. Tapos, ito yung sagot. 2 plus 1. And then, yung susunod, yun yung sagot. Tapos, 3 plus 3. Susunod, yun yung sagot. 6, 4 plus 6, 10, yun yung sagot. And so on. So, our pattern, our formula, we formulate a formula here. P is equal to N plus P. Pero, what if hindi given, magsusulat ka ba? Ang dami-dami. Kunwari, 1,000 o 1,000 lines yung ilalagay mo sa table. 1,000 na ganito. So, medyo mahirap. So, we need another pattern. Let's have this one. 2 times 1. This pattern is in terms of N. N lang N, ibig sabihin yung line lang. 2 times 1. Ibig sabihin, N minus 1 divided by 2. Paano yon? 2, eto siya, times N minus 1, eto. I-minus mo ng 1. 2 times the quantity 2 minus 1 is 1. Tapos, i-divide mo by 2, makukuha mo ay 1. Nakita nyo? Kita? So, eto pa. 3, eto yon. Tapos, 2, saan nakuha? Minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. Divided by 2, ang sagot ay 3. Si P, eto yon. So, 3. So, medyo nagiging accurate na. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo na kailangan tingnan yung previous. So, dito pa lang, titingnan mo na lang. Tapos, dito, 4. 4 minus 1, 3. Divided by 2 equals 6. So, yun yung magiging sagot. Makukuha mo yung number of intersections. Next, 5. 5 minus 1 is 4 times 4. Divided by 2 is 10. And 6 times 6 minus 1 is 5. Divided by 2 is 15. What am I trying to point out? We come up with a formula wherein it is in terms of lines. We do not need the points. Kasi hindi mo pa alam kung ilan yung points of intersection. You don't need to draw a table. So, dito, ito yung magiging representation natin. P is equal to N times the quantity N minus 1 all over or divided by 2. So, mas accurate yan kumpara dito na kailangan mo yung number of points. So, the maximum number of intersection P of N distinct line is given by, ito yung nabuo natin na formula, P is equal to N times the quantity N minus 1 over 2. I-verify natin. Hindi natin ito pinoprove, bine-verify lang natin. Ibig sabihin ng verify, sina-check natin kung tama. So, if N is equal to 12 ito mali yung typographical error, and N is equal to 7. So, you will use this formula. Kasi, you don't need to draw lines. You don't need to write the number of points. You just need the number of lines. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, what if 1,000 yung aking lines? Is it possible for me to know how many point of intersection? Yes, it is. So, by using this formula, okay, or representation. So, if N is equal to 7, just substitute P is equal to 7 times 7 minus 1 over 2 is equal to 21. And if N is equal to 12, then P is equal to 12 times 12 minus 1 over 2 is equal to 132 divided by 2 is equal to 66. See, kahit na 1,000 or 1 million pa ilagay mo dito, possible siya. Alam mo kagad kung ilan yung magiging bilang ng point of intersection dahil nakabuo ka na. Dito lang medyo mahirap yung finding pattern. That is mathematical investigation. You find 4 conjectures and you find 4 patterns. Now, what is our conjectures here? Now, this is our conjecture. Lines are drawn on a plane, investigate what occurs. These are our problems. These are our representations and finding patterns. So, this is our representation and this is our verification. So, all of those are parts of your mathematical investigation. So, dito pinakita ko kung paano gumawa ng isang mathematical investigation. Napakadali, di ba? Hindi mo kailangan lumabas. Kasi, all you need is Mr. Google. Google Scholar, YouTube. So, dito pa lang, napakadali na. And then, naka-group pa kayo. So, ang iisipin nyo lang is, ano yung mga pwede namin gawin? Anong, you can have any topic that you want, basta nasa mathematics lang siya. Okay? Basta pwede siyang i-prove. Basta pwede siyang, o makakahanap kayo ng pattern. So, hindi mo kailangan mag-isip ng kung ano-anong problema ng society na may kinalaman sa STEM. Dito, napakadali. So, pwede mo yung pwede mong isama or i-link yan sa real life situation at ituturo ko yun sa next session. Now, so bakit daw ito yung representation natin? Kasi to have the greatest number of intersection, the nth line must intersect with n-1 lines. So we have to divide the product by 2 since 2 points determine a line and two distinct coplanar lines would intersect at 1 and only 1 point. Ano ibig sabihin nun? 'Di ba sabi ko, una nag-drawing ka ng isang line. Tapos, yung pangalawa, nag-drawing ka ng isa pa. E di dalawa na. Ibig sabihin, dalawa na, ilang line yung in-intersect mo? Isa, 'di ba? Next, nag-drawing ka pa ng isa. So, tatlo 'yon. And then, ilan yung in-intersect mo na line bago ka nag-drawing ng isang line? Dalawa. Kaya, si n-1, siya yung ini-intersect nung isang paparating na line. Sana naintindihan niyo yun. Okay. So, a mathematical investigation, it is an exploration of an open-ended mathematical situation where the student is free to choose what aspects of the situation he or she would like to do. Whatever claims or conjectures and justifications of the same are made as results of the investigation and are conveyed in written or oral form for further evaluation. So, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. So, our example, we have here a situation wherein nanganak siya. From our one situation, simple situation, we come up with three different problems, three distinct problems. And with that problem, so we can come up with different or various strategies in order for us to solve the problems. So, pwedeng kunwari, isang situation na yon, nakakome up ka ng dalawa, pwede mong i-solve yon. Okay? So, let's have this. Let's differentiate mathematical investigation and problem solving. In mathematical investigation, we have here a situation. You can come up with several problems. So, problem 1, 2, 3, 4. And in other problems, you can come up with a lot of strategies in order for you to solve these problems. While in problem solving, you only have one distinct situation or problem wherein you can come up with different strategies which will lead to your solution. See the difference? So, in just a simple situation, you can come up with different problems, but in problem solving, you only have one distinct problem. Now, let's have this example. This is an example of a mathematical investigation wherein tapos na siya. Ginawa ito ng mga estudyante sa Visayas. Science high school siya, kaya napaka-advanced. So, grade 10 yung mga gumawa nito. Ang title niya is Areas Through Dots, a mathematical investigation. Tapos na to. Balik, nila to. Sinabak na nila sa contest. So, it is about dots. The situation is that hexagon, yung kanina, yung number 8 yata. The hexagon above has 9 dots on the boundary. So, we say B is equal to 9. This hexagon has 1 dot and the interior. We say I is equal to 1. So, the square has an area that is 1 square unit. Investigate. So, that is our situation or the given problem. Meron siyang statement of the problem. So, talagang parang research talaga siya, format. So, ginanito siya, poster format siya kasi kinontest siya. So, it is an entry in a contest. Next, statement of the problem. This mathematical investigation aims to find a rule which can be used to find the area of any polygon using the interior boundary dots. Specifically, it sought to answer the following questions. Familiar yun, di ba? So, what relationship exists between the area of the polygon and the number of dots found inside the polygon? What relationship exists between area of the polygon and the number of dots in its boundary? So, can the area of the polygon be determined by using the number of boundaries and interior dots? How do we describe the area of the polygon in terms of the number of its boundary and interior dots? For what types of polygon are the above relationships true? So, these are, nakasulat dito yung kanilang conjectures. The area A of any polygon with no dot in the interior is a function of its boundary dots. That is, A is equal to B over 2 minus 1. So, after the conjectures, you have to prove. Ito na yung proving niya. Medyo madugo. Ito yung pinakamadugo, yung proving part. That's why, in our session 3, I'm going to teach you how to prove using a mathematical induction and mathematical, which is hindi natin na-discuss nung nasa pre-calculus kayo. Yung k plus 1, n is equal to k, n is equal to 1. So, i-discuss natin yon. And of course, the extensions, ibig sabihin, in the light of the aforementioned results and findings, it is recommended that the further investigation may be conducted on determining the relationship, if there is any, between perimeter of any polygon and the number of interior as well as the number of boundary dots. Moreover, it is recommended that an investigation be conducted to find out if the number of boundary and interior dots can also be used to find the area of a circle as well as its circumference. So, yan ang isang example ng mathematical investigation. Napakasimple, di ba? So, ito yung mga example ng mga titles na binuo ng mga estudyante sa Visayas na mathematical investigations lahat yan. Tingnan yung mga title. Fractions, patterns. So, makikita mo, maririnig mo, alam mo na kagad kung yes, ganyan ang nilalaman ng inyong mathematical investigations. So, hindi siya yung typical na qualitative and quantitative research. Kaya tayo nagsisession ngayon kasi kailangan nyo itong malaman muna. So, siguro mga 4 sessions tayo bago kayo makagawa. So, iba yung sa inyo, wag yung i-compare sa YUMS tsaka sa ABM tsaka sa ibang strand. Iba yung sa inyo, ha? Wag yung i-compare sa inyo kasi malilito sila. Okay? So, you are STEM, you are unique, capstone na sa inyo. Wala kayong sample population. Basta ang ano nyo lang is yung Google and yung inyong brain. You work collaboratively. Magtulong-tulong kayo. So, hindi nyo kailangan magkita-kita dahil napakadali ng inyong gagawin. This is an example of the most simplest research in math. Instead of giving you a problem wherein you have to go out and collect data from other people that may have virus, so, and you may be exposed, dito tayo sa may mas madali at mas maganda, mas simple. So, hindi nyo kailangan ng, yes, hindi siya typical na research title. Ito, fractions, patterns, pretty odd, radii of in circles, radii and areas, a tale of circles and triangles. So, pwede yon. Pwede nyo siyang ang tawag doon, i-connect dun sa mga iba't ibang sa real life situation. Hindi ko pa na-discuss yung mathematical modeling, siguro by next week na yon para alam nyo kung paano siya pagsamahin. MI plus MM equals a research project. Okay? So, ito pa. When will be our next date? Akala mo, nagtatanong siya na kung magdi-date siya. Alam nyo ba kung tungkol saan yan? Yung number 5. When will be our next date? Ibig sabihin yan, yung birthday. Ito yata yung nanalo eh. When will be our next date? So, yung date dyan, titingnan kung anong araw nagpo-fall yung mga birthday nila. At kung kailan siya ulit mauulit. So, napakaganda, di ba? You search in Google, napakadami. Tapos, sum of cubes, and then Pythagoras meets. Oo, pwedeng figurative yung kanilang title as long as ano sila connected or nagja-jive. Ibig sabihin, nagigets mo kagad kung ano ibig sabihin. Next, Pythagoras meets Fibonacci. So, itong dalawang to, patay na tong dalawang to. hindi pwede silang mag-meet. So, hindi sila nag-meet in history, pero dito sa investigation na to, nag-meet sila. Ibig sabihin, they try to prove something that has from Pythagoras and Fibonacci. Next, origami geometry in 2 dimensions. Areas of convex regular polygons inscribed in circle. O, ito, familiar sa inyo ito. Pascal's triangle, the arithmetic triangle. In addition, multiplication and counter, the common and difference. So, tingnan niyo yung illustration. Sabi ni, nagliligawan yata. Si I. I is an imaginary number, di ba? Sabi niya kay pi, be rational. Kasi irrational si, irrational number si pi. Tapos si pi, sabi niya, get real. Kasi imaginary number si I. Nag-gets niyo yung napaka-corny ng mga joke, pero nakakatawa, natatawa ako. Kasi, napaka-simple lang, pero sensible yung kanyang joke. I hope na gets niyo rin yon. Okay? So, for your first task, mathematical investigation task number 1, ito na, mag-work na kayo as a group. You are going to list down at least 10 open-ended mathematical situations per group. So, kumbaga, ayun yung research proposal nyo. Kumbaga, katumbas nung kanilang research topic, research, ang tawag doon, general topic nila, yan ang katumbas ng sa inyo. Research, mathematical investigation, mathematical situations per group. 10. So, tapos, formulate 5 titles out of the 10. So, kukuha kayo ng, sa tingin nyo maganda, dun sa 10 nakalista din sa inyo. Huwag kayong magkopyahan, makikita ko rin naman. Tapos, write your open-ended mathematical situations in a yellow paper. Isang yellow paper sa isang grupo. Hindi yung lahat kayo magsusulat. So, isa lang para and then you write your members, your leaders, and your group number, and your section, of course. Tapos, write your group number and the names and the numbers, group members in the yellow paper. Any question? Yes, Wilmer, sandali. Suot ko yung headset ko. Okay, Wilmer? Google Scholar. Oo, marami. Try ko mag-send, pero siguro yung isip pa kayo ng ibang, kumbaga, i-relate nyo lang. Isa-send ko yung na-download ko. Napakadami. Mayroong mga, sino yung mga naglalaro ng chess dito? Yung, how to solve the pattern of the movement of a knight. Diba? Yung knight, yung horse. Si Bibo, okay. Yung knight, yung horse, siya, pa-L. Yung kanyang movement. So, in a chessboard, isosolve nila yon kung paano yung pattern niya. So, napakaganda ng research to. Tapos, yung birthday, kung kailan siya matataon, nandito siya sa cellphone ko, isasend ko siya mamaya para meron kayong idea kung paano kayo gagawa. And then, I'm going to send also this PowerPoint para mas maintindihan nyo. Okay, any more question? Rainstar, ano ba yan? Question. May tanong pa ba? Sandali. Yes, Wilmer? Maximum of 10. 10 pa rin. O, sige na nga, 5. Pwede. Minimum of 5, maximum of 10. Okay na. Ano pang tanong? So, napakadali lang yung inyong research. Yung kanyang parts, i-discuss natin sa ibang session. So, for now, yan muna yung inyong atupagin. So, step by step. Kasi kasi di-discuss ko lahat ngayon, kulang yung 8 oras. Tingnan nyo, naka 2 oras na tayo. Halos, 1.5 pala. Halos 1.5. So, yun pa lang, session 1 pa lang yun. Sa tanong ni Cristel, kapareho daw ba ng kay sir? Oo, kung ano output nyo dito, yun din ang grade nyo kay sir. Kasi capstone ito eh. Kaya sinasali ko siya para alam niya kung papaano niya kayo i-advise. So, isa-send ko niyan sa kanya yung video natin. Naka-record itong video natin. Sandali. Yes, Wilmer? Pwedeng oo, pwedeng hindi. Kung gusto mong pure mathematics siya, pwede rin. Pero kung gusto mong related siya sa real life situations, pwede rin. Oo. So, dapat unique yung inyong uh, topics or situations. Hanap kayo ng patterns. Pwede sa pre-calculus, sa basic calculus, or sa GenMath. Kasi yung mga pinresent ko sa inyo, junior high school math yon. Any more questions? So, I guess, wala nang tanong. Okay, anyway, you may reach out for me through our chat or messenger. Tanong nyo lang, ano nyo lang, ma'am, ngayon din po isi-send. Hindi. Yung ano, yung mathematical investigation, task number 1, isi-send nyo sa akin through one yellow paper sa ano, sa Monday. Kumbaga, siya yung isosoli nyo. Huwag nyo muna palang isosoli yung module. Okay? Ano yung isang tanong pa? Dali lang, titingnan ko yung isang tanong. Bali po this week yung gagawin namin kay sir. Ano yung gagawin nyo kay sir? May gagawin kayo kay sir? Ano yung, ano yun, Wilmer? Oo, kung gusto niyo na mag-formulate ng title, kayong bahala. Pero akin, in ano lang, situation lang. As much as possible, pinapadali ko yung ginagawa nyo para hindi masyadong na-stress. Kasi naiintindihan ko ngayong sitwasyon natin, dahil hindi tayo nakikita, ah, masyadong mahirap yung sitwasyon. Kaya, madali na lang yung gagawin natin. Andyan si Google, oh, katabi nyo lang, in just one click, bibigay niya yung sagot sa'yo. Pero syempre, idea lang ibibigay ni Google, hindi lahat. So, kayo pa rin yung magpo-prove or magbibigay ng proving tsaka ng solution sa akin. Syempre, i-verify ko yung mga solution nyo kung galing sa Google talaga or galing sa inyo. Sabi, di ba nga sabi na nila? So, dun sa extension, pwede namang i-duplicate yung study, pero extension siya. Kumbaga, katuloy siya. Kaya nga dun sa mathematical investigation, meron siyang part na extension. Oo, yun muna yung gagawin nyo ngayon. And then the following week, doon natin i-discuss kung papaano talaga gumawa ng mathematical investigation, detailed kung papaano mag-prove at yung mga parts, ano ba yung kailangan na parts. So, for now, yan na muna. Wait lang, Wilmer. Ano yon? Saan? Kung ano yung magiging output nyo dito, yun yung output din sa kanya. Depende na lang sa kanya kung gusto niya kayong pagawan ng ibang task. Pero, so far, ito pa lang yung ipapagawa ko sa inyo. So, tanungin niyo siya. Kasi, ipakita niyo na ito lang po yung, yung pinapagawa ni ma'am sa amin.